Put your egos aside and do what's in the best interest of our kids.
Now, issues between the Sarasota County School Superintendent and County Sheriff may be hampering the effort to find solutions to school security.
Plus, why 3 of Manatee County's fire districts are discussing the possibility of merging.
And the new project aimed at relieving traffic on Fruitville Road. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Topping our news, could West Manatee, Cedar Hammock, and Southern Manatee fire departments all merge together in the years to come? Well, that's what one West Manatee Fire Commissioner is now proposing.
ABC7's Jackie Kelly talked with that commissioner and tells us why he is so adamant about that consolidation. Jackie?
West Manatee Fire Commissioner George Harris says because the fire department is downsizing with their administrative office going for a sale and the fire department's chief not renewing his contract, he's saying that this merger is a good idea. He says the merger would help deliver better service to emergency calls and closeness response. If all 3 fire departments agree on the merger, it wouldn't go through without a feasibility study. That study would look at different aspects of the merger, such as administration, union contracts, and taxing.
If it's not beneficial, i.e. economical, for the 3 departments to do that, then it doesn't make any sense to do it.
West Manatee, Cedar Hammock, and Southern Manatee fire departments will be discussing the potential of a merger at their upcoming fire meetings this month. Harris says that he needs the okay from 14 other commissioners before they can start that feasibility study. Reporting live in Manatee County, Jackie Kelly, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Jackie, thank you. A rocky relationship between the district superintendent and county sheriff may be preventing solutions to school security in Sarasota County. After a sit-down meeting with law enforcement on June 12th, Superintendent Bowden says he called every law enforcement agency and set up meetings to negotiate contracts to provide school resource officer if needed for the start of school year. Bowden says he's already met with Venice PD and came up with a plan. The district will pay $65,000 of the $105,000 cost for officers, putting 2 in high school and 1 in an elementary school. The catch, those officers will stay there even when the district's police department is up and running. Bowden says he has a meeting with Sarasota Police Chief DePino tomorrow to talk about a plan, and he's meeting with Northport PD next week. But Bowden says Sheriff Tom Knight has not called him back.
The only regret is that on Valentine's Day of this year, I considered Tom Knight to be a friend, someone that I had an open line of communication, and for whatever reason, as I stand here in front of you today, that's no longer the case, and certainly I have regret about that. And so any role that I might have played in that, certainly I'll reflect back upon. The deterioration of that relationship bothers me.
Our students and our staff.
According to the sheriff's office, the sheriff only wants to talk in public and has only been in contact with school board member Shirley Brown. Brown says he told her he's available Friday morning at 8 a.m. to meet with the board, but Brown says the contract has to go through the school superintendent and not board members.
Less traffic, fewer crashes. Transportation officials say they're pleased with the results since the diverging diamond was installed at I-75 and University Parkway. The Florida Department of Transportation wants to relieve daily congestion on the Suncoast, which is why it's planning to construct a diverging diamond interchange at this intersection off of Fruitville Road. FDOT is creating a design with plans to widen 2 miles of I-75 and redesign the interchange similar to that one we see at University Parkway and I-75. The reason? Transportation officials say they're preparing for more growth in our area.
This diverging diamond interchange is expected to handle not only today's traffic but future projected traffic.
The construction is expected to cost around $86 million, and the design phase will be likely complete by late 2019.
Well, hot enough for everyone today?
Oh, man, it sure was. I had to get back inside as soon as possible.
The ACs were humming, yeah. Let's get a check now on our first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yeah, 101. That's what it feels like right now. 90-degree actual temperature at the airport. That's a little bit above average, but it's been hot for the past several days now with that higher dew point temperature. You see it at 76 degrees. That's about as high as it gets. The pressure now 29.96 inches. You have to take it easy if you're going to be outdoors working in this or even playing in it. You have to make some some actually modifications, like getting indoors when it's really hot into the air conditioning. That jet stream has really moved north now. That heat wave is spread all across parts of the Midwest and the southern plain states. Here are some tips. Slow down. Obviously, you don't want to exert yourself. You don't want to do your evening run when the feels like temperature is 101 out there. Dress light-colored, loose-fitting clothing, obviously. Watch what you eat, too. You don't want to be heavy eating at that time when you're outdoors. And drink plenty of water. Water is the key. You don't want to drink Coke or any products with caffeine because those are diuretics, which actually cause you to lose more water. Stay out of the direct sun. And air conditioning. That's nice, isn't it? That was a great invention. That's why we live down here. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. A bipartisan outrage continues to grow as new images and sounds emerge of the young children separated from their undocumented immigrant parents. The Trump administration is facing mounting pressure as it defends its zero-tolerance policy. More and more lawmakers are also speaking out, saying that policy must be changed. There are bills in both the House and Senate to end those separations.
We can either release all illegal immigrant families and minors who show up at the border from Central America, or we can arrest the adults for the federal crime of illegal entry. Those are the only two options: totally open borders or criminal prosecution for lawbreaking. And you want to be able to do that. We don't want people pouring into our country.
President Trump claims that Congress has to fix that issue, but the truth is there is no law. This policy was created by his administration, part of his zero-tolerance crackdown on illegal immigration. El Salvador appealed to the United States to stop separating children from their parents, saying that the practice amounted to a human rights violation.
Florida Senator Bill Nelson and South Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz were denied entry into this facility, the Homestead Temporary Shelter for Unaccompanied Children. Nelson said they needed to apply 2 weeks in advance in order to visit the facility, and afterwards says the Trump administration is hiding something there. Wasserman Schultz says as many as 1,000 children are there. It was reopened by the Trump administration earlier this year and is unclear now if the facility is housing children who cross the border on their own or children who were separated from their families after entering the country illegally, or a mix of both.
ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joining us now, and you've brought us a prop amidst a day that was down on Wall Street today.
Down all day, Pepto-Bismol all around, and it's been kind of a rough period. Been down 6 days in a row, first time since, well, 15 months ago. And if we finish down 7 days in a row, it'll be the first time in almost 3 years. And boy, what a down day it was. The Dow was down 419 points at the low of the day. Yes, it still has everything to do with tariffs in China and really not too much else. Big surprise, however, was that some areas of the market did extremely well, particularly telecom. If you own Verizon, congratulations. In a down market, your stock was up by more than 2%. Pretty good on a down day. Let's take a look at the figures. There you see the Dow down 287 points, 1.15%, closed at 24,700.21. That on volume of 989 million shares. The NASDAQ, which has been a market leader, actually did not too badly given everything, down 0.3%, just over 21 points at 7,725.59 on heavy volume of 2,301 million shares. And certainly the S&P down as well, down by 0.4%, 11 points at 2,762.57. Well, I happen to think this is a pretty cool story. Amazon is partnering with Marriott, and guess what? You're going to have the opportunity to go into your hotel room and order anything you want from Alexa. Alexa, do me a favor. I need more towels. Call housekeeping. Alexa, I want to go for a nice dinner. Call the concierge for me. Alexa, can you do anything? I'm really wondering about room service at 2 a.m. Not a problem. I think it's a pretty cool idea, and of course it's not going to be in every Marriott to start, and it's not going to be in every room because some people frankly find it not real comfortable to have Alexa around, but we'll see how it works. I happen to think it's really pretty neat to be able to say, hey, room service, and not even have to get out of bed and pick up a telephone. I think that's a great idea.
I'm kind of worried that the folks at home who have Alexa or have those devices
right now are probably
oh, I'm sorry.
We're responding to you.
Did I say it 5 times? I think I did.
Well, let's talk about your tax workshop coming up.
Yeah, we've got so many questions about the 2018 tax law, and people are just unclear. The standard deduction's going up, but the things you were able to deduct, many of them have gone away. So we're going to have a workshop next Wednesday and Thursday, and people are welcome to come. It's called The 5 Myths, and there are probably more, but 5 myths about the new tax law. We're going to have it June 27th and 28th. If you'd like to come, please just send us an email, thesterngroup@rwbaird.com. Again, thesterngroup@rwbaird.com, or you can call us at 941-906-2838. And I promise I'm not going to say that name anymore today.
Okay.
Whatever that name was.
Thanks, Richard.
You're welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, severe weather across the country. We'll take a look at the aftermath of flash floods in the Midwest.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back to tell us how hot the rest of the week is expected to be. Plus, why higher levels of vitamin D are associated with a lower risk of breast cancer. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The ABC7 Stock Report is sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Get to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota for big savings on new Ram trucks. The Ram 1500 has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 6 years in a row. Get an all-new redesigned 2018 Ram 1500 for as little as $21,499. Or save big and get up to $13,000 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
Lots of sun, absolutely no fun.
Yeah, we towed it all the way up there for nothing.
Our weekend was dead in the water.
Sure, we could still sit on it, but what fun is that?
Dead boat batteries sinking your spirits? Right now, you can save $10 on Duracell Ultramarine batteries at Batteries Plus bulbs.
We should have named it the SS Going Nowhere.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Now to that severe weather pounding the country. Major flash flooding across the Midwest and now expected along the Gulf Coast areas too. In Rockford, Illinois, some 5 inches of rain fell in just over 3 hours. The rising waters blowing off manhole covers and submerging vehicles. A car floating away in mere moments with an elderly man trapped inside. People jumped into action, pulling that man to safety. At a nearby hospital, water overtook the hallways there, forcing patients to be evacuated overnight. And in Wisconsin, a state of emergency has been declared after a dam failure sent water racing miles downstream, pouring across the border into Minnesota. Floodwaters remain in effect for much of the Midwest as heavy rain is expected in some areas.
The Sea Turtle Conservancy out at Coquina Beach in Bradenton releasing a turtle back into the Gulf. Bordy is a female loggerhead turtle that was seen laying eggs on the beach earlier this week. Crews installed a GPS transmitter on top of Bordy's shell to track her movements. Loggerheads are known to travel from here all the way to the Bahamas, Cuba, or even the coast of Mexico. The group is tracking 19 sea turtles this year, all part of an ongoing program called the Tour des Turtles.
So the idea is it's this sort of a marathon race between 18 different turtles that we satellite track over the summer, and they all compete to see which turtle goes the furthest over a 3-month time period.
Well, you can stay up to date with Bordy and the other Tour des Turtles participants with the Conservancy's interactive turtle tracker at conserveturtles.org. Sounds like a fun event to get the kids involved with.
See where they go?
Yeah,
they come back eventually.
That's right, and storms come back in the afternoon usually, but they're going to change a little bit. I think by Thursday we'll see more coastal showers in the morning. We have some rain right now. Tower cam's getting a glimpse of that. You see some of that rain coming down. It's hard to see, but it's there. We have some showers around. You'll see it on the radar a little bit more so. This is our tower cam looking north toward the airport. Here's a look at what's happening out on the beaches today. Nice beach weather. We've had water temperatures though in the upper 80s. Not much relief jumping in the water at this point, with the water temperature now at 87 degrees. Well, this is interesting to know. Look at this. This is a sensitized radar. I've actually made it a little bit more sensitive. And you can see this is not rain. This is the outflow boundary. A little temperature difference there as it pushes off to these. This is the sea breeze. This is the outflow boundary. The two are meeting. And where they're meeting, the showers are starting to kick off. This cell in particular has already kicked up 40-mile-an-hour winds in central portions of Tampa Bay. So right there near St. Petersburg, now spreading toward Interstate 275 as you get into Pinellas County. It's tough driving there. And this cell is also starting to get a little bit more intense, and that was associated with a sea breeze. They shouldn't stick around long because the air is so dry in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, but this one has moved through that and kind of changed its own environment. A few lightning strikes with it, but not nearly the coverage you would expect during a typical summer afternoon. Right down to street level we go. DeSoto Road getting some heavy rainfall. University Park also some moderate to heavy showers at this point. North Cattleman, you're out of the mix at this point, but stretching all the way over now to US 41. And you can see there's University Parkway, 38th Street, Circle East, some heavy rainfall, 82nd Avenue, Circle East, also some heavy rainfall near Broadway. It's going to be sticking around for a little while. It shouldn't be there for the next hour. It should be gone by then, but nonetheless, interesting to note that those sea breeze fronts and also those outflow boundaries all kind of creating a few isolated showers around. Most areas will stay dry. Not in Texas, though. Big storms moving through there. Associated with this low, you can see it spinning right there. This is that tropical system we were watching last week. It has made its way all the way off into the western Gulf of Mexico, and look at this steady stream of heavy rainfall. Some rainfall amounts could end up being up to 10 to 12 inches by Friday of this week in East Texas. Now, for us, the forecast calls for showers to move offshore, but then I mentioned we'll start to see a little bit more of a westerly component, and with a land breeze developing, and we may see some coastal showers out there. This may be overdone, obviously, but I still think we'll see a few showers out there in the Gulf of Mexico to start things off on Wednesday. And as we take you through time, some of those will have a tendency to work their way onshore, but with that dry air in place, I don't expect a lot of rainfall around. Rain chances staying fairly low. Temperatures have been the story today. 90 degrees currently, but the feels like temperature 101 right now. And there's that water temperature, 87 degrees. It's about as warm as it gets. I've seen it up to 90 a couple times, but 88, 89, not out of the question during the mid part of the summer. 93 though in Mayaca, that's the actual air temperature. 94 in Northport. A little bit cooler in Cortez with that rain-cooled air that has moved on in associated with that outflow boundary in Pinellas County. The winds will stay light as a result of high pressure around, and they'll be out of the east in the interior portions of our viewing area, but generally with a west coast sea breeze developing, we'll see that tomorrow midday and into the afternoon. 90 right now, and don't expect things to change much for the next several months. The temperatures are going to stay extremely warm. Northeast winds turn to the west at 5 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet, and smooth conditions out there on the bays and inland waters. The 7-day forecast then, slight chance for scattered showers like we're seeing today. Not everyone's going to get the rainfall to help your lawn, but 30% chance for the first day of summer, which begins at 6:07, and then slight chances all the way through the weekend now with scattered showers and storms. Most of that action should be inland with the possibility of a few coastal showers as a result of that westerly flow. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. In first alert traffic, we're seeing US 301 right now in downtown Sarasota looking pretty backed up. The northbound lanes between Fruitville Road and US 41 slow going. Southbound lanes a little congested as well at this hour. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, first it was Kate Spade. Days later, Anthony Bourdain. Americans are taking their own lives at alarming rates. Suicide rates have increased by 25% across the U.S. over the last 2 decades, according to the CDC. And more than half of those who have committed suicide had not been diagnosed with a mental health condition. Coming up tonight on ABC7 at 7, we'll dive into the issue of suicide. What causes it? How do we stop it? How does someone get help before it's too late?
It knows no bounds. I mean, all genders, all races, all ages, all obviously status and success stories, etc. It crosses. Everybody can be at risk.
Now, if you are feeling extreme distress, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is on your screen, 1-800-273-8255. We'll dive deeper into this issue tonight at 7. Researchers at the University of California, San Diego School of Medicine suggest higher levels of vitamin D are associated with decreasing risk of breast cancer. In their study, scientists found women with higher levels of vitamin D in their blood had 1/5 the risk of breast cancer compared to those with lower levels. The study was limited to postmenopausal breast cancer, so scientists say further research is needed on whether higher levels of vitamin D might prevent premenopausal breast cancer. And Del Monte is recalling several batches of fresh-cut vegetable trays in the wake of a parasite outbreak. The products may be linked to a parasite that sickened 78 people in several Midwest states. Del Monte is voluntarily recalling 6-ounce, 12-ounce, and 28-ounce veggie trays containing broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, celery, and dill dip. They were sold in Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. The FDA is investigating. Coming up, a trapper saves a gator from a python's deadly grip, and a truck without a driver smashes into a house full of kids. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month. Or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
According to a new survey by U.S. News & World Report, 3 of Alabama's top 4 hotels and resorts are part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Resort Collection. The Grand Hotel Marriott Resort in Point Clear, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. Hey, we didn't invent Southern hospitality, we just offer more of it. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts to find out more.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Me, pick me. Oh, come on, man. Oh, man, I love technology. Hey, yo, check out my new phone. Look at this right here. For years, the DeSoto Club has needed improvements. Join me and Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County as we raise money to build a brand new facility. It will be bigger and better, just like it was 40 years ago when I attended. Invest in kids. Build great futures.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7.
It knows no bounds. I mean, all genders, all races, all ages, all obviously status and success stories, etc. It crosses, everybody can be at risk.
Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade, top celebrities choosing to take their own lives, where those on the Suncoast can find help. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll hear from experts at the trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Well, an Everglades alligator owes this Florida trapper his life after it was rescued from the suffocating embrace of a 10-foot python. A video shared by professional trapper Mike Kimmel shows him grabbing the python by the head and then pulling it and the gator out of the water. The nighttime battle happened near Everglades Holiday Park in South Florida. The python was trying to suffocate the small gator by constricting it, but let the gator go when Kimmel lifted it out of the water. Kimmel says it's the third gator he's saved from a python. California police seized more than 500 guns in raids of a convicted felon's home last week. Look at all those guns and take a look at all the firepower in these videos. Authorities arrested 60-year-old Manuel Fernandez during the raid. He's now facing multiple gun charges, including being a felon in possession of firearms. He bonded out of jail and is due in court next month. State, local, and federal officials all participated in this dangerous investigation. A USPS truck erupted in flames on Monday in Houston. Authorities say the truck may have been struck by lightning. The vehicle was severely damaged, but the mail carrier was nearing the end of his route, so very little mail was destroyed. The mail carrier, fortunately, was not hurt.
Lots of questions surrounding a bizarre accident in Washington. A runaway truck slammed into this house. But the most surreal part, no one was driving the truck when it happened. A woman and her 5 grandchildren were home when the accident occurred. Miraculously, no one was injured. Authorities are now trying to determine if the accident was caused by human error or a mechanical failure. A new litter of mountain lion kittens was found in California's Santa Monica Mountains. National Park Service researchers tracked the cat population in that area. They discovered the litter by following Mom's activity with the GPS tracking device in her radio collar. This week, they found her 4 female cubs hidden deep in a rocky den in Simi Hills. Mama cat was out hunting. The healthy blue-eyed spotted kittens all got ear tags, and they're almost 5 weeks old. Still to come on your Suncoast News, how Orioles fans can continue to support their team all summer right here on the Suncoast. Plus, what state officials are doing to try and improve preparation and restoration efforts by electric utility companies.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today, A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
Everything all right?
Actually,
You know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.